by Team Pedapuram. All the teams have done an exceptional job. The stories they told through their skills have not only entertained us but also left us with an important lesson to ponder. Now, it's time for the dance sessions for all the three campuses. Dance is an expression of joy, passion, and cultural diversity. Today, our teachers will showcase their rhythmic talents in the dance competition, and we welcome Sri Prakash Vidyaniketan Rajamundry. Friends, let's give them a big round of applause.
शुद्ध्यति जगच्छुद्ध्यति मनश्शुद्ध्यति जगच्छुद्ध्यति मनश्शुद्ध्यति जगच्छुद्ध्यति मनश्शुद्ध्यति जगच्छुद्ध्यति सच्चिन्तने सजीवनं सजीवने सन्तृप्तिः सत्कारे आत्मवर्धनम् आत्मवर्धने सन्तुष्टिः सच्चिन्तने सजीवनं सजीवने सन्तृप्तिः सत्कारे आत्मवर्धनम् आत्मवर्धने सन्तुष्टिः मनश्शुद्ध्यति जगच्छुद्ध्यति मनश्शुद्ध्यति जगच्छुद्ध्यति आत्मप्रीतिः आत्मबन्धुः आत्मख्यातिः आत्मशत्रुः आत्मप्रीतिः आत्मबन्धुः आत्मख्यातिः आत्मशत्रुः प्रीतिर्मुख्या ख्यातिस्त्याज्या बन्धुः ख्यातिशत्रुः प्रीतिर्बन्धुः ख्यातिशत्रुः मनश्शुद्ध्यति जगच्छुद्ध्यति मनश्शुद्ध्यति जगच्छुद्ध्यति रुद्रं पशुपतिं स्थाणुं नीलकण्ठं उमापतिं नमामि शिरसा देवं किं नो मृत्युः करिष्यति नीलकण्ठं कालमूर्तिं कालज्ञं कालनाशनं नमामि शिरसा देवं किं नो मृत्युः करिष्यति नमः शिवाय साम्बाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय योगिनां पतये नमः विस्मयप्रभम् नमामि शिरसा देवम् किं नो मृत्यु करिष्यति वामदेवं महादेवं लोकनाथं जगद्गुरुं नमामि शिरसा देवं किं नो मृत्यु करिष्यति नमः शिवाय साम्बाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय योगीनां पतये नमः देवदेवं जगन्नाथं देवेशं वृषभध्वजं नमामि शिरसा देवं किं नो मृत्यु करिष्यति गङ्गाधरं महादेवं सर्वाभरणभूषितं नमामि शिरसा देवं किं नो मृत्यु करिष्यति नमः शिवाय साम्बाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय योगीनां पतये नमः शतावृत्तं प्रकर्तव्यं सङ्कटे कष्टनाशनम् शुचिर्भूत्वा पठेत् स्तोत्रम् सर्वसिद्धिप्रदायकम् मृत्युञ्जय महादेव त्राहि मां शरणागतम् जन्म मृत्यो जरारोगैः पीडितं कर्मबन्धनैः नमः शिवाय साम्बाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय योगीनां पतये नमः प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय योगीनां पतये नमः
That's an energetic performance. Thank you, Team Pedapuram.
शैलपुत्रेति द्वितीयं ब्रह्मचारिणी तृतीयं चन्द्रघण्टेति कुष्माण्डेति चतुर्थकम् पञ्चमं स्कन्दमातेति षष्ठं कात्यायनी तथा सप्तमं कालरात्रीति महागौरीति च अष्टमं नवमं सिद्धिदात्री च नवदुर्गा प्रकीर्तिताः सिद्धिदात्री च नवदुर्गा प्रकीर्तिताः
हे शितिकण्ठकुटुम्बिनि भूरि कुटुम्बिनि भूरि कृते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते सुरवरवर्षिणि दुर्धरधर्षिणि दुर्मुखमर्षिणि हर्षरते भुवनपोषिणि शङ्करतोषिणि कल्मषमोषिणि घोषरते तनुजनिरोषिणि दिविसुतरोषिणि दुर्मदशोषिणि सिन्धुसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते
कर्म में मोक्ष भी मैं मोह में त्याग भी मैं कण भी मैं ब्रह्मांड भी मैं अंत भी मैं आरंभ में गौरी में काली में महाकाली में
నిరంతరం మానవుడిలో దాగి ఉన్న రాక్షస స్వరూపాన్ని నాశనం చేస్తామని సగర్వంగా చెప్పుకుంటూ శ్రీ ప్రకాష్ స్త్రీ శక్తిచే ప్రదర్శించబడిన శ్రీ నవదుర్గా తాండవం.
शुद्ध्यति जगच्छुद्ध्यति मनशुद्ध्यति जगच्छुद्ध्यति जगच्छुद्ध्यति मनश्शुद्ध्यति जगच्छुद्ध्यति सच्चिन्तने सजीवनं सजीवने सन्तृप्तिः सत्कार्ये आत्मवर्धनम् आत्मवर्धने सन्तुष्टिः सच्चिन्तने सजीवनं सजीवने सन्तृप्तिः सत्कार्ये आत्मवर्धनम् आत्मवर्धने सन्तुष्टिः मनश्शुद्ध्यति जगच्छुद्ध्यति मनश्शुद्ध्यति जगच्छुद्ध्यति आत्मप्रीतिः आत्मबन्धुः आत्मख्यातिः आत्मशत्रुः आत्मप्रीतिः आत्मबन्धुः आत्मख्यातिः आत्मशत्रुः प्रीतिर्मुख्या ख्यातिस्त्याज्या प्रीतिर्मुख्या ख्यातिस्त्याज्या प्रीतिर्बन्धुः ख्यातिशत्रुः प्रीतिर्बन्धुः ख्यातिशत्रुः मनश्शुद्ध्यति जगच्छुद्ध्यति मनश्शुद्ध्यति जगच्छुद्ध्यति
An incredible showcase of talent. Now, we move on to a very relevant and insightful discussion, our panel discussion on the role of teacher in the age of AI. Hope you all are eager and all ears to listen to this panel discussion. Shastri Sir's exceptional and deep understanding of education make him the perfect choice to steer today's discussion. His dedication to fostering insightful dialogues and his experience in the field of education undoubtedly enrich our conversation. Let us welcome Shastri Sir with a warm round of applause as he takes his place as the moderator for today's panel discussion.
Sri Prakash is known for its art of blending entertainment and education together. So far, you have seen entertainment in the form of dance or skits. Of course, I don't deny the wonderful creativity and innovation, the synergy, the teamwork, and improvisation that has gone into the performances. Along with entertainment, we are now going to have a little bit of education also. As part of it today, we have a panel discussion with enlightened teachers on the recent advances in teaching technology known as artificial intelligence, which is to be decided whether a blessing or a curse upon the teacher. How a teacher should receive artificial intelligence. To this discussion, I now hand over the mic to the lady to invite the participants. The topic for discussion this evening is what is the role of the teacher in a classroom as artificial intelligence starts delivering many things she does today. This is a very interesting debate or discussion, I should say, and I welcome all the participants to throw light on certain areas so that students understand, teachers understand the relevance of the topic. I request the participants to introduce themselves to the spectators, audience.
Namaste everyone, happy Teachers Day to all of you. I am Mohan, I teach at Sri Prakash Kakinada campus. I deal social sciences. I teach 6th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade and 11th grade.
Namaste everyone, this is Priya. I am teaching English in Sri Prakash Synergy Pedapuram.
Namaste everyone, happy Teachers Day. I am Paul Mohanty. I teach EEP at Sri Prakash Synergy Campus, Pedapuram.
Namaste everyone, I am Vishwanath. I work as a quantitative aptitude trainer at Sri Prakash Synergy School in Kakinada.
Namaste everyone, my name is Venkana Babu. So happy Teachers Day to everyone. So I work as a physics teacher and I deal 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th classes.
Namaste everyone. Wish you a happy Teachers Day and a blissful moment of the day. My name is Bhargav. I am a mathematics educator. Works from Rajahmundry branch.
Thank you, participants. I start with Mr. Mohan. Mr. Mohan, could you please enlighten to our audience what is meant by artificial intelligence? Can you define it in the most common words for the layman to understand, please?
So, artificial intelligence is intelligence. It's actually not intelligent per se, but now we train the computers in such a way that they become intelligent on their own. But again, the human intelligence and artificial intelligence is, there's quite a difference between both. Now, human intelligence, it varies, the intelligence comes in different situations in different ways. But artificial intelligence is programmed, and no matter what the situation, it has a certain way of doing things and it does the things in that way.
Thank you. Priya, could you throw better light on that? The definition of artificial intelligence. And one more thing, why is it called artificial? Can intelligence be two ways, natural and artificial? If we are talking about artificial intelligence, what kind of intelligence is it? Why is it called artificial intelligence?
Yes, artificial intelligence is not a natural intelligence. It is created by another person. So we term it as artificial intelligence. It's not created by its own. Another person, a person creates a coding and it gives the information in respect to it. So it is created by some other people. So we call it as artificial intelligence, whereas it is not a natural thing.
Oh, right. So it is different from the human intelligence,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, fine, good.
Where human intelligence, we add some values and codes into that, and artificial intelligence will give the general, general instructions or data to all the people generally.
Very good. Dr. Paul, I'd like to ask you a very small question. If you could enlighten our audience about why this discussion about artificial intelligence? How is artificial intelligence affecting the world in general? What is the impact of artificial intelligence on the world at large?
Well, sir, to put it in a very simple way, when it comes to artificial intelligence and the impact of artificial intelligence on human beings, I just took a kind of an analogy today morning. I mean, a computer teacher teaches a student on how to code, on coding. The student creates an algorithm for a certain code. The entire world claps, including the computer teacher. He also claps. And then the code is appended with a much better code. And the code is appended with a much better code. And the code is appended with a much better coding. Finally, the algorithm evolves into such a state that it is literally threatening the existence of the coder as well as the teacher.
Right.
So, there, somewhere in this entire process, the human element which is supposed to be added is kind of getting missed out. So, when you're asking me, the question is, what is the impact of artificial intelligence
On the world
on
at
the
large.
world at large? So, when we are talking about the impact of artificial intelligence, it really, really lessens the workload of people everywhere. I mean, like, even when it comes to a general teacher, just to give an example, general teacher, even creation of assessments, or even, let's say, scoring of those assessments, everything can be done by artificial intelligence, basically. It is easing the process for many, what do you call, jobs, or many roles all across the world. So it is helpful, but we need to be very careful as to what kind of help we are literally getting and how much it is affecting our own health per se, or even when it comes to our own mental development. So yes, artificial intelligence has a great positive impact on the world. However, it also holds a slight negative impact if we don't have a proper control over it.
Wonderful, Mahanti. I'd like to go to Mr. Vishwanath. Vishwanath, Mr. Mahanti is trying to tell us that artificial intelligence has left no area untouched. Take the area of business, take the area of education, take the area of management. Everywhere, artificial intelligence has its own role to play. Now, my focus is artificial intelligence and education. Do you think that artificial intelligence is invading the sphere of education, creating a kind of insecurity to the traditional teacher? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Right.
That's a good question, sir. Teaching is nothing but evolving, sir. Teaching is a profession where evolving should be encouraged. In the earlier days, there were no books. The teacher has to give some sloka or mantra to the student. They'll just by heart it from the teacher. From there to now, we are using palm tops as well. So, the teacher or the teaching methodologies should be changed according to the technology. Because if the teacher is not ready to accept the change, the entire world will never change. If being a teacher, if I oppose AI, how the student will work on AI, how his career will be progressed in AI. And there is nothing to oppose actually, sir. To answer your question, there is another solution which was widely running in the market, that is learning management system, where we can use any kind of pedagogies like flipped learning or blended way of learning, or we can successfully implement Bloom's taxonomy as well. Not only that, sir, we can classify the types of learners using AI in the LMS.
Classroom or LMS.
Classroom, sir.
Right.
We'll just shift the classroom to the different way. We'll convert this classroom into two different things, pre-classroom, post-classroom, where the student is under the monitorization of faculty member through a tool called LMS.
Wonderful.
And that is a safe browser, sir. If a student logs into the LMS, he is locked. Until if there is a power cut, then only the student will be stepped out from it.
Wonderful.
Until he finishes the task, he should be available in the LMS, sir. There are many plugins where we can lock the student to a particular area, or we can give particular information to the student based on his interest. As we all know, sir, AI was developed completely on data. Collection of data, cleaning of data, analysis of data, then getting into the trend, giving instructions, and those set of instructions is called program, and that program is AI, sir.
Wonderful.
So that's all.
Mr. Venkanna Babu, Mr. Mahanti was talking about algorithms. Algorithms, right. And he was also talking about behavioral patterns and how these behavioral patterns constantly update, help the computer replicate human behavior in a more ideal fashion, in a foolproof fashion. Now, my question is, could you please give us one example how artificial intelligence has actually strengthened the classroom teacher?
Sir, coming to this, one great thing with artificial intelligence is actually it learns from every mistake, sir, which human beings are lack of. Even when in 1986, when they designed this artificial intelligence for chess, it lost with world champion. After playing 2-3 games, it evolved such a way that in the next 5 games, artificial intelligence beat the chess champion.
Wonderful.
So the evolution of, one great thing that we have to learn from artificial intelligence is it learns from its mistakes, which we human beings lack of.
Right.
So, and coming to your question, I feel not only artificial intelligence, sir, every piece of technology helps in education. For example, coming to me, we know what kind of teachers taught us. If you ask me how you learned that much physics or the knowledge you have, my answer is simple. I learned from internet and YouTube. So I feel that every technology has its own pros and cons. If we use it properly, it will gain for us. So it depends on the user.
So Venkana, if you mean to say that you have learned everything from YouTube and computers, do you think that there is no need for a teacher
No,
at
sir,
all?
no, sir. Just I want to correct it. But my teachers gave me the direction, sir. Right? For example, I want to tell you that I learned Telugu alphabets in my 3rd class. After that, again, if you ask me, so they gave me the directions because the 3rd class teacher and my 11th and for example from 3rd class teacher I learned hard work because she used to work like anything. And from 11th and 12th teacher I learned the curiosity. And my degree teacher, my UG teacher, he motivated me. Actually, he gave me the courage. So basically, but I'm talking only about knowledge part, sir, not about my character. My character is completely from the teachers. That is no doubt, sir. But I'm talking only about knowledge. So if you, the attitude or character or whatever, it is attributed to my teachers. Only knowledge, but I'm just talking about the technologies.
Thank you. Bhargav, Mr. Venkana says that his character, his personality, his value systems, they have been evolved thanks to their teachers. Now, do you think that in the days to come, the artificial intelligence can acquire those skills also? As Mahanti has rightly pointed out, artificial intelligence acquires what it doesn't have in course of time. Right now, it's not able to shape the personality, it's not able to shape character, it's not able to shape the value system of people. Maybe a day comes when computers and artificial intelligence will be able to perform even this area also, emptying the role of teachers. Do you agree?
Absolutely no, sir. Because many people think about artificial intelligence is nowadays ruling the world. But there is one more point. There is a super intelligent system. People think artificial intelligence can overtake many problems. But let me give one small example. When I want to know the word, a meaning of a word, I refer to the dictionary. Referring to the words, by step, I will also see some more words, not only the word which I want, but also some more words. Maybe sometimes it can create some type of interest. But if I do not do that, if I directly go to the Google and if I type the word, I'll get only what I want. And now in these things, there is a child learning some curiosity. And here, it develops a small point called empathetic and emotional intelligence. Artificial intelligence maybe can overcome sometimes the humans and they can replace in some of the cases, but it cannot replace emotional intelligence, where teacher follows it. Always, intelligence sees the past. It always wants the best out of it. But teacher wants what is important. See, artificial intelligence will ask children to do different things, but we ask children to do same things differently, right? We need the same things from everyone. It's common for all the people. We need evolution in the usage. Suppose today we are using some census board. I am showing a lemon in the census board. I am showing it, the shape of it, I am explaining the dimensions and everything. But if I call the person, this is concept called deep learning, where artificial is unable to overcome this. Now, many institutes like MIT, next NITs, and so many institutes in Philippines are following the system called deep learning. When the student came and he cuts the lemon and he tastes it, he'll understand the concept very well of science. So deep learning is still more than artificial intelligence, where still it is unable to defend the deep learning. So students need it. And potentiality. So ability, motivation, these are very important. Curiosity is more important than anything because a person gets satisfied when the curious has gone out. So artificial intelligence cannot overcome emotional intelligence, sir. Emotional bond is very important between a teacher and a student. So we see best, and we also see best in the waste also. Artificial intelligence will deny it. That is the same thing, sir.
Thank you, Bhargav. Now I'd like to request Mr. Mahanti. Could you please give us an example, each of us, how artificial intelligence has practically strengthened the classroom teaching by giving one practical example. For example, tasks which can be done in a routine fashion, like designing certain gamifications, etc. For example, recording the marks during administration, during admission times, etc. Artificial intelligence can replace so many things. Now, can you give me one practical application of artificial intelligence in the classroom each of the teachers can do?
Okay. A very beautiful thing about artificial intelligence when it comes to classrooms is, let's talk about the assessment part. You conduct a test, and let's say a periodic test. There are number of students who are there, who write the test, and you get to go ahead and just simply take a paper and enter all their scores in that particular sheet of paper against their names. You just simply write the scores. And now there is a task of actually copying those scores onto the system. That is, again, another thing that you have to literally look into. So I would say one practical application which comes over there is very recently Microsoft has launched one particular application in its own software, which is MS Excel. Using MS Excel, you can just simply go into insert column, and then over there it will give you an option as to okay, where do you want the data to be extracted from? Should it be extracted from a different document, or should it be extracted from the camera? So you select the camera option. The phone starts showing the camera. You just simply select, just take a photograph of that particular sheet where you wrote the scores and hit enter. Microsoft Excel, using artificial intelligence, will read all the scores, will turn them into digital numbers, will put them on Excel. And artificial intelligence also has the capability of just looking at those scores, giving the grades to the students, telling how much good that particular student is, what is the rank of that student, where that student stands in the class, and what kind of feedback to be given to that particular student. All of this which a teacher used to do on a routine basis.
Wonderful.
And that is exactly what is happening even when it comes to competitive exams, or even IELTS or GRE, or even all of these things. You write an exam on the system, that's it. The system will tell you what is your rank, what is your score, your band score, and it will also tell you exactly where you stand and what is your feedback. And you get the scorecard. Nobody does it routinely. So this is a practical application which is already being implemented and which can be implemented even in our schools, lessening the workload.
Wonderful, Mahanti. Priya, would you like to add something to that? Please, most welcome.
Sir, even one more app is there, AI app, that is Gamma, where we can gather all the information and we can collect all the information from Google, and within a second it will create a PPT and it will give, whereas it will be useful for the teachers to take classes.
Further, I also heard that artificial intelligence can gauge the level of difficulty of the question to the student, and then according to the performance of the student, it can also set the next test. In other words, everything can be personalized. Learning can be personalized, testing can be personalized, analysis, feedback, everything can be personalized, which is practically not possible in a classroom for a teacher having 60 or 70 students. So in that way, artificial intelligence, I think as both of you have said, I agree, is going to be very, very handy to a resourceful teacher. And now, Mr. Mohan, I'd like to ask you a question. When everything is already ready-made, when there is a little job as far as knowledge dispensing is concerned, is there a possibility that artificial intelligence renders the teacher lazy?
No, sir, I would humbly disagree with that. Because, again, by giving an example, I would show you how I disagree. Now, it wouldn't make a teacher lazy. Rather, it encourages teacher to be active in the classroom. Like how? I teach social. Now, I have limited time with me. I have limited time of exposure with the students. Also, there are many administrative works that a teacher has to do. Now, as Paul sir said, that administrative work can be made easier. That is sorted. Now, what I ask my students is, I ask my students to actually read the topic that would be discussed in the next day by using AI. Like, I ask them to read the paragraphs, and then I ask them to understand by their own. If they do not understand, I ask them to paste the paragraph on any AI platform and ask it for a meaning. Now, as a social teacher, I have to develop the social character in the students. I have to make them understand certain things, the importance of democracy, the importance of equality, the importance of liberties. Now, if I just teach these concepts, it wouldn't make much of a difference. I have to create a scene. I have to create some activities in order to make them understand the importance of social concepts. So if they have a basic or a decent understanding about the concepts and they come prepared to the classroom, it would be encouraging for me to actually create a scene so that the concepts would be very clear for them.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mohan. And Vishwanath, I'd like to ask you a very basic question. Now, the difference between the traditional teacher and the modern teacher in the classroom is slowly changing. Now, my question is, what is your advice to the traditional teacher in view of the advances of this artificial intelligence? How should the teacher equip himself to receive the new tool which is going to become wonderful, weapon to cut through the ignorance in the classroom?
Sir, for all the answers.
No, from being a teacher to a facilitator,
Yes,
how?
Yes, sir. From being a teacher to facilitator, AI completely works on prompting, sir. If a teacher can understand how to prompt a particular thing to get the answers. For an example, ma'am has quoted an app called Gamma. At par with Gamma, there is another website called slides.go, where
Teachment.
immediately within fraction of seconds, this AI will generate the PPT, sir. But there is a problem with both Gamma and slides.go. because there are certain things in AI where they are repeatedly used. For an example, as far as my experience is concerned, I've gone through a word called unleashing the power every time when I gave some prompting to AI. For that, I have to change my mind in giving prompts to the AI. I cannot change the AI, sir. And to answer your question, sir, while giving homework or something else to the student, home fun, or if I'm going to plan some pre-classroom exercises or activities to the students, we should be careful in giving prompts to the students. And those prompts should not be typed by the students, sir. As I said earlier, their LMS should be the medium of interaction between the AI and the student, sir. Because if we leave the complete AI to the student is not under our control, sir. We cannot track the progress of the student with the AI because that can be tampered. For an example, sir, the BOAST and the widely used tool in plagiarism like Torrento was being trapped and tampered by AI.
Yes, you're right.
So that should be taken care by the teacher himself or herself, sir.
Even many passwords are cracked.
Yes, sir.
Right.
And one more thing, sir, to add to this discussion, and for the last question, how this will help the classroom teaching. Truly speaking, sir, assessments, agreed, but in our teaching also, we can use an important concept called storytelling in the classroom, sir.
Right.
While we are dealing till the grades of 12, students are interested in storytelling rather delivering a complete new concept. So I always use AI tools to generate certain stories on my concepts. If I'm going to deliver a concept called calendars, I'll first ask AI to generate some story. Then I'll correlate with my brain, with my intelligence, with my experience, with my knowledge, and then I'll prepare a new story and I'll deliver that in the class, which make my sessions interactive, sir. So thank you, sir.
Wonderful. As he rightly said, artificial intelligence can be used for storytelling. There was a time I used a software like Eliza. Earlier, now we are calling it Alexa, but earlier it was Eliza. If you type one sentence, Eliza would reply in the same sentence. Okay? So in that way, I used it in the classroom to improve communication skills of students. So in that way, today, storytelling also, rightly pointed out by this gentleman, rightly pointed out by this gentleman, if a student writes one sentence, the artificial intelligence writes another sentence in the story. Every time, artificial intelligence gives a twist to the story. For instance, if I write the first sentence, once upon a time there was a king, the computer gives the second sentence, the king was killed. And the third sentence would be a challenge for me, and I would say, somebody breathed life into the king, and the computer would say, but it did not click. So something like that. In that way, every time story writing will become a challenge, not only for creative thinking, but also for the use of grammar, as rightly pointed out. Today, language is not a challenge. Okay? So punctuation, spelling, grammar, everything can be taken care of by the artificial intelligence. Now at this point, I would like to ask Mr. Venkanna Babu, artificial intelligence should be used with a pinch of salt. Artificial intelligence is a weapon. A weapon is usually double-edged. It can be used, for example, how best can I please my boss? Artificial intelligence gives me. How best can I kill my boss undetected? Artificial also gives me the clues. Now, in the light of this dangerous use of artificial intelligence, what caution do you give to the teachers to prevent the students from misusing this newly arranged, newly delivered weapon?
I think today morning I used ChatGPT. So what I did is, I want to suicide, give me some ideas. So that's what I typed. And actually, what answer it gave is, this is beyond me. You do one thing, you counsel to some member, consult it. And it gave very good answer which impressed me. So actually, if you type the same thing in Google, there will be number of pages,
Options.
number of options you will get, and at some page will give you the answer how to suicide. That is for sure. But this chat GPT did not give me that. So I was stunned actually. So I think it just depends on how we are using this technology. So for example, we know when internet was discovered, they thought that it is going to change the entire education system. Strictly speaking, yes, it was helpful to only 20% students, but 80% students are facing difficulty. I think same thing with artificial intelligence. It just depends on the person who is just using it. Some people might use it, and some people might misuse it. For example, I think there was a case in USA about this Facebook Mark Zuckerberg. So the case is, so someone filed a case that, so this Facebook, this Twitter, everything is like, it's knowing the information of a particular, the person who is using it. So that was the case. And the senator asked this Mark Zuckerberg, so how can you explain this? Then I think one person said, see, I did not ask you to post you that I just now had dinner. I just now went to a movie. So Facebook or Twitter, it won't ask us to post these kind of things. It is the persons who we are posting it. So it just depends on the person who is using it.
So Bhargav, do you say, is that the answer? Is there anything that the teachers can do now in the wake of the threat artificial intelligence is likely to pose to the community?
First of all, sir, not only teachers, parents also has this responsibility now. Everyone should think that, see, any person or human, we are more than artificial intelligence. We cannot run like a cheetah, or we cannot even see like an eagle. We don't have that type of vision. So compared to many things in the world, the ability of humans is only to think. The ability of humans is only to think, sir. That is our blessing. We always count our troubles. We won't count our blessings. We always see the past, but see, past will be in our head, but future will be in our hands. So when artificial intelligence is growing up, definitely it's of your future, it's in our hands, but not our past. So when humans are having the ability to think, they should always see that no one can come and capture your intelligence. So as per the children's point of view, I'm saying, na, sir, when child is gonna get it everything on the instant, his creative thinking will be lost. So everyone should develop their creative thinking and logical thinking, sir. Because nowadays, if you want to live, you should be in a position to choose what is wrong before then what is right. That is very important. That is not possible without some artificial intelligence also, sir, nowadays. We should use it for creating some interest. At the same time, we should make our children also to use it. A best example is Google Classroom, where every one of us got in the time of COVID. Children are waiting in the classroom. When suddenly a teacher picture was displayed on the screen, children, small kids, especially second class, third class, fourth class. My teacher, I am just seeing my teacher on the screen. They got some interest. Really, the artificial intelligence today made a revolution that we are able to just give the online classes. In that, to make noise to be which really used now, when a teacher is talking side, many sounds used to come, but still teachers are able to deliver their classes perfectly because of artificial intelligence. So when they're using it, children made it like very good thing. Even recently when rains were heavy, when we gave some holidays, some people, they conduct online classes which made children very happy. So artificial intelligence is also not only delivering the things, it is also helping everyone to become good and good in some cases.
Sir,
Wonderful.
if I may just add.
Please.
Artificial intelligence being a threat to teachers is actually a non-possibility. The reason why is because, according to me, a teacher to a student has the same comparison to a parent as they are to their own child. A parent builds a child when it comes to their own ethics and morals and all of these things. And as one sir said, a teacher builds character in a student. So there is a lot of human element which goes there, an emotional element. Emotional intelligence was also mentioned. Emotional element is there. that has to be there. And an artificial intelligence right now, no matter how super intelligent it might be, cannot provide that human element to each and every student personalized on their own problems. It cannot do that. It can give a general human, general emotional statement, but it cannot go ahead and create an emotional connect with all the 60 students in the class individually. It cannot do that. A teacher has to do that. So artificial intelligence will never be a threat to the teacher. It will be a resource for the teacher, just like a blackboard, just like a census board, just like an AC. Artificial intelligence is nothing but another resource for the teacher to use. I would not call it a threat.
So it's wrong to say that artificial intelligence creates unemployment.
Definitely not to teachers. So, yes.
Thank you. Right, please.
So again, as Sir said, prompting. We use some prompts to get an answer. Now, if we make the students learn how to give a right prompt, then the student will get a right answer. Otherwise, the answers that the AI tool gives, then it won't be a good answer.
They are very elusive.
Yeah. So the student again asks another question, and again another question, again another question. So the student will be dumped with a lot of information there, and the student will obviously get confused. So we should make students learn how to use right prompts, so we can help students in that regard.
That's a great idea. Sri Prakash Vidyaniketan, the Sri Prakash group of institutions are known for training their staff whenever there is a new advancement in learning. Now, in the wake of the fast advancing artificial intelligence, what kind of advice or what kind of training are you looking for better use of artificial intelligence in the classroom to equip the teachers for more efficiency? Anybody, I welcome. This is an open question.
Sir, for this, the teacher has to be equipped with all the kinds of prompts that are being used to generate some, whatever we discussed, storytelling or conceptual clarities, or what are the practical examples that are to be discussed in the class and all. And sir, one more thing, how do we correlate the given data to the natural fact? For an example, sir, if you use ChatGPT 3.5 or 3.2, in the morning we have a test, who is the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh? The answer was Shri Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy was the answer as of September 2024.
Right.
So, teacher should be able to understand what is the real data and what was the artificial data.
Right.
Why I call the data as an artificial data is it was a cooked data.
Right.
Because how this deep learning runs is, first the data will be collected, sir, in the form of statistics, then it will be integrated, then it will be cleaned, then it will be trained to a mission. From there, the instructions will be developed and dumped into a what we call platform. From there, the outputs are our results, sir. Somewhere and somehow, if one got a little human error in that, definitely everything
Collapses.
collapsed.
Sir, the thing to it is artificial intelligence is not just one system. It's a conglomerate of many systems, basically. You can't just simply go to one particular website which is running on artificial intelligence and say that this is artificial intelligence as a whole. No, that is not the holistic artificial intelligence system. There are many other systems which run on artificial intelligence, and they run in different ways. So yes, prompt engineering is definitely one task. But one thing, sir, just taking the same example, who is the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh? If I go ahead and give the same ChatGPT a kind of a prompt saying, okay, I am going to ask you a few current affair questions which will be based on Andhra Pradesh in the month of September 2024, dated so and so. You tell me when you're ready. So ChatGPT takes a little while, and then later it comes saying, okay, I've updated. Now tell me, what is the question? Now you ask who is the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. It will simply say Nara Chandrababu Naidu. The reason why is because, yes, prompt engineering, because we are asking Git to go ahead and mine all the data according to the statistics that we require, according to the requirements that we have. And based on that, it does that. So yes, so prompt engineering is the basic thing that each and every educator here needs to be well aware of and needs to be taught on as well. Yes.
Thank you, friends.
Sir,
Today,
my
yeah,
final
please,
point to
please.
conclude. Only thing is, artificial intelligence provides only information, sir. But teacher provides wisdom to the children. And finally, artificial intelligence may tell it is possible, but it is very difficult to do. But teacher tells, even if it is difficult, it is possible to you. This is the only difference.
Well, fine. Yes, Mohan.
Yes, sir. So there's a lot of information that is dumped by AI on students. Now, that certainly helps the students in developing their IQ levels. Now, if we don't take a step and, don't meddle in that, the school's mission is to make innovators, linguists, leaders. Now, if there's no EQ, if there's no wisdom that's given to the students by the teachers, we will certainly make dangerous innovators. We will certainly create dangerous leaders. So there's a major responsibility on the shoulders of the teachers. So we have to tell the students how to responsibly use AI, and we have to be very careful in dealing that. So that's my closing point.
Thank you for the valuable inputs. We have started with the definition of artificial intelligence. We have thoroughly discussed the various areas artificial intelligence has touched and influenced and rewarded. And we have also taken the area of education and to what extent artificial intelligence has influenced education and equipped the teachers. We all have agreed that artificial intelligence is a wonderful tool if a teacher who is clever enough can put it to the right use. And we have also underlined all the misapprehensions that artificial intelligence creates unemployment, artificial intelligence sometimes destabilizes the society. All these things are wrong, provided the teacher stands by the student, guiding him in terms of reason, creativity, logic, and then, morality, which is more important than that. These are the areas machines do not know. Finally, we all agreed that every teacher, be it mathematics teacher, or physics teacher, or chemistry teacher, or English teacher, or Telugu teacher, with this artificial intelligence as a tool, and the Sri Prakash institutions, I'm sure, will definitely provide the training necessary for teachers of each subject, how best they can bring in artificial intelligence into the classroom for catering to the better advantage of students across their institutions and the world at large. And I thank you all for excellently participating in this program and contributing your knowledge to make this topic a potential topic. I also congratulate the Sri Prakash Vidyaniketan for choosing the right topic on the right occasion. On the occasion of the Teachers' Day, we are not only bringing out the talents of the teachers, we are also presenting each teacher with a new tool which is going to make the teacher double energetic. So with these few remarks, I take the privilege to wind up the discussion. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, the audience. Thank you.
A teacher who has a vast experience in the field of education. Yes, it's none other than our today's moderator, Sri Shaila Shastri Garu, who has superannuated and who is going to join our Sri Prakash family. We welcome you to the Sri Prakash family, sir. I now invite our beloved director, sir, Samira ma'am, Santanam sir, S.N. Murthy sir, and other heads to come on to the dais to felicitate sir.
straight away, because it's already 6:35, I've always, my mind will always be thinking about the closing time, because when we say we are having those 5 core values, punctuality, the closing time also, we should be punctual. So we should be thinking about the ladies going to Rajahmundry to the last stop of the bus. So I'm very much particular about it. How would you like, do you want the prize distribution for this thing now, or we'll do it in the assemblies, respective assemblies? What do you say? No. So you don't mind staying back. Okay. I was debating with the organizers. They were saying, sir, everyone wants it now. I said, no, let us have a, what you call, survey kind of thing. Fine. When it comes to the topic of today, somehow all the people on the panel, as well as I could see some few claps whenever they said the teacher, that emotional bonding and what you call the emotional transfer of emotional quotient will not happen with a computer. I'm just worried. Suppose you take 100 teachers, are all the 100 teachers impartial? Are all the 100 teachers behaving the same way on every day? Some student is answering. I'm just leaving questions to you. This is being corrected by the system. Like artificial intelligence is one area where things are being corrected. So who will stay in this competition? I'm guaranteeing that things are being taken care. Even emotional quotient is being taken care by artificial intelligence. Maybe not now, but within very short time it's going to, 10-15 years, it's going to definitely be at a very high scale than what we are expecting right now. So, I can say one thing. Right from the age of Rama to now, people who are with Dharma will always stay. That's the only way. People who are with Dharma will always stay. You should be consistently following Dharma, not what you call taking chances and then following Dharma. So in this case, I should not. This should not be the thing. Whoever is always consistently learning, then you can make AI as a part of your, what you call, day-to-day life. And we'll definitely be required. And we as teachers, we should be more worried about our students who are going to be the future leaders. They should be, what you call, they should be well versed with the future, and they should be able to match with the upcoming trends. The continuous learning we should give them as a habit. I think that is where we all have to be working out. As Sastry sir was mentioning, we are all, this topic itself, we wanted to put a seed in you that there's a big thing which is happening, and teaching field or a school itself, we don't know how schools are going to be after 10 years or 20 years. Okay, so there are lots and lots of things going to happen. So always the constant thing is change, and if you are not going to embrace the change, you will be thrown away. Right? I'll just give you an example. Even yesterday I was sharing this. The two cities, Kolkata and Bangalore. When you go before 1980s to Kolkata, it was one of the best city with very highly knowledgeable people. You see a poet, you see a nationalist leader, you see anyone who is intelligent. 8 out of 10 people are from Bengal. After 80s, I'm not blaming the communist government for this, but they were against computers. They were definitely saying no to computers because they lose jobs. Just because of this, they didn't take up computers in the state government, and they didn't allow that to happen in the atmosphere of Bengal. And now a new city totally emerged. I should say 1980, where Bangalore will not be in the top 10 cities of India. But suddenly a new city totally evolved, where it took the change, it embraced the change, it acknowledged the presence of it, it wanted it and went after it. And now you know where Bangalore is. Whole world, it is now the Silicon City of India. As California is for USA, Bangalore is the Silicon City for India. So, whoever doesn't take the change will be thrown away. That is one rule. Not only in the case of Bengal and Bangalore, it is universal, like with ages or with the present fields of this thing, it will always be there. So we all should be ready for it. And people who are above 45 or 50, or when they are not well versed with computers, we could gel, we could just pass on our time, and we are able to be better. But now, without artificial intelligence, definitely things will be very difficult. So I request, my appeal to all of you is, please try to do something on that area. We'll also try to arrange as many trainings as possible, bringing AI into teaching, because we should be the leaders there with one objective, making our students the leaders. Our all objective in taking up that forward is making our students the leaders. Okay, so I think again, going back to my first statement, you learn AI, you learn everything, but you don't stick to Dharma, you will not be required. If you make your students with high values, they'll be the most wanted. So, friends, your core values should be your philosophy. And one more value I think we should be adding to this is like that continuous learning. I don't know what name you will give that to it, but that should also be a part of the value system you are going to create. I think from now on, we should add that as a sixth value of core values to Sri Prakash's ideology. And that continuous learning should be in every one of us, and we should make our students make a part of that, their life. And then no one can beat them. With values and consistent learning, you will always be the most wanted. Okay? Thank you very much for your wonderful presentations, your wonderful participation. Every one of you put a lot of efforts. You've been doing all your teaching in everyday classes. I don't know where you find time. And with all that planning, with all that execution, that huge makeups, I should say, I thoroughly enjoyed the day. And I always keep on thinking, should we alter it? Should we try to change the way we are celebrating? But I feel that after seeing every year's show, I feel that this is a big learning than any other thing. This is a big teamwork than any other thing. I think this will bring a lot of rejuvenation to all of you than any other way. If you call a speaker and ask him to talk for hours, I think this bonding will not happen. This learning will not happen. You've been doing this from past few weeks, and definitely it is really very good to see all of you do with such precision and such interest to do a wonderful show. Congratulations to all of you, and the same spirit should continue always, all through, and definitely you as a teacher will blossom with such interest and such participation. Always participation is always. Of course, Santanam sir is our annual judge also. You should see, I think I was actually noting this point to talk. The versatility of a person makes him or her a better person. A mathematics teacher with such great knowledge in music, with such great talent in singing, We lost you in this area, sir. I know that you are good in music, but I don't know that you can sing so well. Definitely, it was very nice to hear you. And that versatility, he can talk on any topic. And today he displayed that he can perform like any one of you. And very nice, sir. We thoroughly enjoyed your session. And see, that is what we always say, be an all-rounder. I think sir is a clear example to all of us to get inspired. And students over here, you at your age can excel in many fields. Should always try to get the best out of each and everything you learn, and try to be good in at least 2-3 different fields, so that you will be able to enjoy as well as be able to build a brand by yourself. Thank you very much, everyone. We thoroughly enjoyed your show.
As educators, we are entrusted with the noble task of shaping of the minds of the future. To reaffirm our commitment to this responsibility, we will now recite Abdul Kalam's Teacher's Oath. I now request Usha Chaitanya ma'am to lead us with the oath.
I will love teaching. Teaching will be my soul. I will achieve proficiency in e-learning systems and encourage students to make use of the available e-learning system in the country. I realize that I'm responsible for shaping not just students, but ignited youth who are the most powerful resource under the earth, on the earth, above the earth. I will be fully committed to the great mission of teaching. I will consider myself to be a great teacher only when I am capable of elevating the average student to the high performance. I will organize and conduct my life in such a way that my life itself is a message for my students. I will encourage my students and children to ask questions and develop the spirit of inquiry so that they blossom into creative, enlightened citizens. I will treat all the students equally and will not support any differentiation on account of religion, community, or language. I will continuously build the capacities in teaching so that I can impart quality education to my students. I realize by being a teacher, I'm making an important contribution to the efforts of national development. I will constantly endeavor to fill my mind with great thoughts and spread the nobility in thinking and action among my students. I will always celebrate the success of my students. Thank you.
I request the throw ball winners to get ready to receive their prizes. little winners, request the cricket winners of Jen's team to be ready. The winners of cricket team are Mr. A.S.N. Moti, Mr. B.V. Ramakrishna, Mr. Pratap, Mr. Lachibab, Mr. Venkana Babu, Mr. Vinay, Mr. Harikrishna, Mr. Gangadhar, Mr. Chandu, Mr. Girish, and Mr. Satyanarayana. Sandhya, Mrs. Blessy, Mrs. Bhavani, Mrs. Prasuna, Mrs. Mangatayaru, Mrs. Durga Bhavani, Mrs. Krishna Bhavani, the volleyball winners, Mr. Nagendra, Mr. Ratnam, Mr. Krishna Kishore, Mr. Satyanarayana, Mr. Nageshwar Rao, Mr. Venkat, and Mr. Rajay. Throw ball winners. The runner-up is Mr. Venkana Babu and Mr. V. Prashant. Next, I request the winners and runner-up of chess. The runner-up is Mr. K. Rambabu and the winner is Mr. MVVS Murthy. Chess winners. Let's appreciate the winners. From campus. And the winner is Vishwanathan sir from Kakinada campus. Vishwanathan sir from Kakinada campus. So the next event and the first one, songs competition, and the second place goes to
Rajahmundry campus.
I request all the participants of the song to come on to the dais to collect the prizes.
And is there any guest for the first prize, friends? Yeah?
Yes, it is Dharani Maninchave from Pedapuram campus. request the music teachers to join us.
James sir and Varprasad sir.
Now, coming to the skits.
Yes. We'll make a quick move. Yes. Ma'am, please come forward.
Let's give a big round of applause. And Synergy School, Kakinada.
I request the team to come forward quickly.
Receive the mementos. In dance competition
Any
goes
guesses? Yes, it's Kakinada once again. Give them a big round of applause.
to request all the dance participants from Kakinada campus.
Ma'am, please come forward.
All Navadurgas, we all had goosebumps with your performance. Please, let's give a big round of applause to all these Navadurgas.
Wonderful performance by Kakinada team.
I request the dance teacher to accompany them. So friends,
Friends, this Atomic Habits is a very practical book. Please try to read it regularly and try to implement it in your day-to-day life. It will bring remarkable changes in your life. Again, the same thing. The consistent efforts, what we are talking about, is very well emphasized in that book and gives you practical suggestions how to do it also. Okay, it's a worldwide bestseller as well as worldwide. Many people have used it and brought a big change in their lives. Okay, I request all the teachers to read it very sincerely, and as ma'am was mentioning, tiny changes, remarkable results will follow.
We have to read only these two. We have to call this. Because of you only, one second. I request the basketball winners to be ready from Kakinada to receive the prizes. Kakinada basketball winners, No Balakrishnan, Mrs. A. Tharani, and Miss P. Udaya Lakshmi, and Mrs. Sheikh Nisan.
Let's give a big round of applause to the winners.
And Miss P. Udaya Lakshmi and Sheikh Nisan. Request all the staff from Kakinada campus to please come forward to the dais to receive the mementos.
सर सर आओ मैडम मैडम कुछ क्रॉस करेंगे हाँ ओके ओके सर అందరికి చూడండి సార్ మీకు చూడాలి అందరూ
ఉంచు ఎప్పుడైతే ఎప్పుడు అక్టోబర్ వెళ్ళండి అక్టోబర్ వెళ్ళి నువ్వు సూర్య నువ్వు వెళ్ళిపోతావా ఏం పెట్టాలి Ready, all of you smile. Backbone straight, కూర్చున్న వాళ్ళు. Backbone straight, కూర్చున్న వాళ్ళు. Okay, back side.